Okay, welcome back. And today we're going to talk about graphing polynomial functions. And so I'm going to go through these 3 steps. And again, I'm going to go over these, but I'm going to distill it and make it simpler to understand what they want you to do. So if we start with the polynomial functions, there is a general polynomial function of degree n. And of course, the leading coefficient can't be equal to 0. To sketch the graph of a polynomial function of degree n, we would start with the x-intercepts. Okay, so that would mean we need to find all the real zeros of f. And so we know that the real zeros correspond to the x-intercepts, and so that allows us to be able to plot those points. So we want to plot the x-intercepts, and of course, step 2 is we find the function evaluated at 0, x equals 0, which means that we're going to be dealing with the constant function. Remember, as if x is 0, then everything goes away except for the constant function. So that corresponds to the y-intercept. So again, just like before, when we were dealing with linear functions, what do? We find the intercepts, or if we're plotting, if we're graphing a quadratic, a parabola, what do? We find the x-intercepts, we find the y-intercepts, and then any additional points, right? So same thing going on here. Okay, so step 1, find all of the x-intercepts. How do we do that? We need to find all the real zeros. That's where all of the theorems come back, right? The factor theorem, the rational zeros theorem, and things like that. And then step 2, basically the y-intercept. Okay, and then step 3, use end behavior. Okay, we talked about that. So use end behavior, whether the graph crosses, bounces, or wiggles through the x-axis at the x-intercepts. Again, remember, that's where the multiplicity comes in. And the multiplicity is going to tell you, hey, does this cross the x-axis? Does it bounce off or touch the x-axis? Or is it going to wiggle through, like go through and what do we say, tangential, right? It's going to become tangent to the x-axis. So that's what they mean by wiggle, bounces or wiggles through the x-axis. And then, of course, any other selected points that we need in order to complete the graph. Okay, turning points and things like that. Again, just anything as necessary. And those are the 3 steps. So again, step 1, find all the x-intercepts by finding all the zeros of the polynomial function. Step 2, find the y-intercept by plugging in 0. In other words, it's just going to be the constant term. It'll be a sub 0, comma 0. And or it should be 0, comma a sub 0. And then step 3 is the end behavior. What is it doing at the intercepts? Is it bouncing, is it crossing, or is it wiggling through the x-axis? And then any additional points that we need to plot. And that's it. Have a great day.